So hello everyone, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training. Today on this channel I'm going to talk to you about some overlooked tips on how you can shoot the basketball a lot better. So the first tip I'm going to talk to you about is one that we actually heard over during the final series in the NBA playoffs. And that came from Del Curry, who was talking to a couple of the players. And what he was saying is to hold your form and also hold the release. Hold the extension. There's a couple of different ways that he put it, but basically what that means is a lot of players, when they shoot, they're shooting and they're pulling their arms down right away, and you don't exactly want to do that. That's going to kind of mess up your shot. It could make you a little bit short, or you could be putting more power on it because you're trying to slingshot the ball and just let it kind of go and hopefully it goes in. And it's almost the same idea as a punch. You don't want to punch and follow through. Of course, that will give you a harder punch, but what you want to do with a punch is to kind of pull back so that you're quicker. Now, of course, when you shoot the ball and you release and you pull your arm down right away, that will give you a faster shot, but that's not going to give you a more accurate shot. And the whole idea behind shooting is to be as accurate as possible because you want as high of a percentage as possible. So when you shoot, hold that release until it goes in. And we even seen Pascal Siakam. Del Curry actually talked to him and he came out, Pascal Siakam came out and said that before the game, Del Curry told him to hold his release. And he did that. And that was basically the dagger. I think it was in game 1 or game 3? Somewhere, one of the games, one of the earlier games. He basically shot a mid-range shot, and it was the dagger, and he held his release. It was a perfect swish. So that is one of the biggest overlooked tips that I can give you that will help you score more points. Now, another tip I can give you is to watch the basketball. So when you're taking that shot, you want to be able to watch that basketball when it's in the air. You obviously want to look at the rim to see where you're aiming, but after you go and look at the rim, when you're coming up at that point, you're looking at the rim, and as soon as you release that ball, you're watching the ball. And for somehow, I think it's a psychological thing, but it does help you shoot a much better shot. You're watching the rotation of the ball. That's also going to allow you to know where that ball is going to bounce off the rim so you can get yourself an offensive rebound. Now, the final tip I'm going to give you to help you shoot a basketball much better is to have your right leg a bit in front of the left leg. So basically, if you're right-handed, so I'm right-handed, and as you can see, basically you can fit your balls of your left foot inside of the arch of your foot, and then you can kind of go out to shoulder width, and then you can take your shot. Now, some players will say that they like to turn their feet a bit. That just basically compensates for their arm not being able to go straight. But I do have maybe 2 to 3 degree angle on my feet when it comes to pointing towards the net. So basically when I shoot, I'm aiming that way. However, my feet are a little bit angled. Now, everyone's feet are going to be a little bit angled. Some people are going to be a lot more. Personally, the best shot, a free throw shot, is going to be straight onto the basket. That's going to give you a straight shot. However, when you're shooting a 3, some players do like to go a little bit angled, and because the arm is sometimes not able to go completely straight on most players, this will compensate for the arms. Now, another little tip that I can give you is to kick your leg out. Now, this can create a foul and an and-one opportunity for you. So basically, how you would do this is you would shoot with your regular shot form. You would go up with your regular shot form. However, you'll kick your forward foot out. The reason why you would do this is to grab a foul. It can also create an offensive foul on you, so you have to be really careful on how far you stick that foot. The other downfall to that is you will be most likely taking a lot of power out of your shot, so you're going to be needing to release farther and higher and jumping a much higher for your shot. Also, another quick tip is if your shot is too far, if you consistently see that your shot is going way too far bouncing off the back of the rim, flying over the rim, whatever it is, put more arc on your shot. If it's too short, you have to use more legs to get that shot to go farther. You don't want to be doing anything with your arm by pushing it harder or faster. What you want to do is keep your regular speed, and to get more arc on a ball, you're just going to be releasing higher instead of farther. So this is not going to get you arc. This is going to get you arc. So the higher you release, the more arc you're going to have. And if your shot is too far, that's all you have to do. And if it's too short, you just need to jump a lot higher. If it's too short, higher. If it's too long, more arc.